we wait to do the things that make us happy? The things that make our hearts beat faster? Why do we tell ourselves, oh, I couldn't do that, or it's not the right time? Why do we wait? We're going to talk about that. Welcome. I'm Michelle, if you're new here. This is Silver Colored Glasses. And I've been thinking this week about something that happened a couple of weeks ago. I just got back from my 60th birthday party trip to Jamaica with a bunch of my friends. And one of the things that I realized when I got back is that on that trip, I was a different person. And what I mean by that is that for whatever reason, whether it was being far away or being with friends that have known me for a long time and know all the good, bad, and ugly about me, gave me some newly found confidence that I don't usually have on a day-to-day basis to do some of the things that I've been wanting to do and do some of the things that, I don't know, just make me happy. And so I wanted to talk to you about that today. The question is, why do we put things off? Especially those kinds of things that we really want to do or the things that make us really happy. Do we put off things that we feel like it's maybe not the perfect time or not a great time? I know I do. Um, that feeling of, or that mindset of saying that, oh, well, I can't do that until. I can't do that until I get the promotion, or I can't do that until I lose 50 pounds, or I couldn't possibly have the nerve to do that. I'm not confident. I'm not um, courageous, maybe. Now, somewhat, I'm finding that I'm feeling a little regretful that this change didn't come earlier. Um, Regretful of the time that I may have wasted in doing the things that I want to do. And it's not that I have regrets in my life, just in general, in the choices that I've made. I'm very proud of my life. I'm very proud of the two humans that I raised and my kids. I'm very proud of the career that I built um, and the life that I've lived. And so it's not that kind of regret. It's just more of a regret of knowing that I didn't do a lot of things in my life um, that I thought that would make me happy or that I really wanted to do because I was putting it off or thinking that there might be a better time or thinking that uh, I shouldn't do that because I don't look a certain way or don't weigh a certain amount or um, am too old for that. But now I feel like I'm entering a new phase in my life and um, I'm ready to jump off the cliffs and I'm ready to take those risks and do those things that I've been putting off all that time. And I hope that maybe this will inspire you to do the same. I mean, what are we waiting for? I don't want to look back when I'm 85 years old and say, gosh, I wish I would have done that, or gosh, I wish I would have had the courage to do that. I want to look back and say, I did that, and I'm proud of that. Tragically, over the last few months, we've lost several of our classmates. And those people are my age, and they've lived a very similar life in the same environment, and for whatever reason, they have passed away. And thinking about them in particular, too, has made me really realize that we don't have sometimes the time that we think that we have. Um, and one in particular retired on May 29th, and he posted on Facebook how excited he was for the next uh, chance, the next adventure after his retirement of being a longtime school teacher and coach. And that was such a joyous time. And 6 days later, he died of cardiac arrest. 6 days after his retirement. He didn't get the chance to do those things that he'd been putting off. And I don't know what those were. Maybe he didn't do that. Um, but I just felt so sad at the fact that he had finally made the chance to, or made the choice to retire, and just a few days later, his family lost him. So we don't have the time that we think that we do. And I am determined to make the best of the time that I have, whether that's 6 days or 6 years or 20 years, I'm hoping. I heard somewhere about somebody that had been studying the dying and the regrets that people had when they were dying. And I really read a good book about that. But what they said is that people will often say that they wish that they hadn't worked so hard or so many hours. And they wish that they had been more courageous and lived the way that they wanted to live. Um, I think that that's something that we need to be thinking about, especially in the last phase of our lives. So here's my challenge to you, and I'm challenging myself as well. Wear that bathing suit to the pool party and to the beach and have a blast. Go on the trip that you've been putting off, if you can. Take that painting class or go back to school and get your degree. Buy that one thing you've been putting off. Say hello to that guy or that girl you've been wanting to say hello to. Call your parents. Call your kids. Call your favorite aunt. Take that walk today. Go skydiving. Wear your hair curly and wild today instead of straight. Paint your nails crazy colors instead of the little light pink. Wear that sundress you haven't had the nerve to wear before. Get out on the dance floor and join in on the line dance. Sign up for the marathon. Reach out and hold his hand or her hand. Move to that place that you've been wanting to go. Get up and sing karaoke at the top of your lungs. Ask for that raise. Now, it's not to say that we haven't taken risks in our lives. I know all of us have at different times. I certainly have in my career, and certainly in my personal life too. So it's not to say that we haven't done that, but let's not use the last part of our lives or waste them in putting things off anymore. If you have a list, start your bucket list now and don't wait. Don't wait. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you found it helpful, please think about subscribing. I would love to have you come back to the channel. Thanks so much. I'll see you next week.